Dina, Warthog Princess, and welcome to another Vera Bradley haul. This one comes from the Phoenix Premium Outlets. I was up that way this past weekend and had the opportunity to stop by and grab a few things. I was specifically interested in the new pattern, Sure Enough, which is nautical, and you will see some of it. But you know, as you may know that some of the outlets get some of the items faster. It doesn't all come in one big push anymore. So unfortunately, they didn't have any of the bags really, except the mesh tote. But we'll come back to all of that in a minute. So here goes. The first thing I got is just a luggage tag. It's a factory style thing. This is in scattered wildflowers, so you got a place for the card, put your info, and it's cloth backed, it's just a cotton luggage tag. Really great. I always put these on my backpacks, and I realized I was missing this one, so I grabbed that. And then I know I didn't need any more keychains, but I grabbed, this one is the Wristlet keychain, and anchors Aweigh. It's nautical, and I kind of thought I might have this already, but even if I do, it's okay to have an extra wristlet strap around, or they make great gifts as well, like especially for my cruising buddies, because they picked, the best pattern placement I could find for an item like this. They're all chopped, of course, because it's a strip. But it just has a ring and a clip, so they're great for a lot of things. They're big, so they fit even over my giant hand, so you can use them like that, and you can find your keys blindly in your bag, which is great. The next item I got is the large notebook. This is Stellar Paisley. There are 160 college ruled pages in these notebooks. I have a whole bunch of them, but you always need paper. You always need paper to do a lot of different things. I do plan to go back to school, eventually. But yeah, so Stellar Paisley, and it's a spiral notebook. Then I got this is called the Compact Travel Cosmetic. So the factory has changed their cosmetic styles. They used to have one that was more rectangular cube. This one is a little bit more like triangular. It has that wide base and the narrow top. So it comes to a curved zipper on the top. It has a little bit of curve to it. But they have a good amount of space. They're a good size. I do still very much like them. They're kind of like the shape of that lighten up pencil pouch, if you will. But so they're nice. Not quite clamshell-ish, but they do open up nicely. You can get in there pretty well. It is plastic lined, which is different because the previous versions were not. That's just the scent strip thing. But yeah, so it's a solid nylon lining, in this case like a charcoal gray, and it has the VB diamonds, and then you have the clear plastic lining. So that's nice, but good size for just about any kind of thing you might want to use it for your cosmetics, or you could even put pencils and pens in there. You could just use it as a catch-all bag in your purse. That's what I got it for, really. But yeah, so organization, and then, oops, I just tossed that aside. So this other one, this is the new pattern. This is the pattern Sure Enough, and it is the same shape. You might see it a little bit easier on the bigger piece, but there has that wide base and then the narrower top. So I know these are all folded down. But yeah, so you can kind of see it there. It comes like that. But this one is the larger size. This is in fact the medium travel cosmetic. So there's your medium and your compact. So proportionally larger, as you can see there. I think both are a great size, honestly. I would say capacity-wise, this medium one is between the traditional medium cosmetic and the large cosmetic. So it does give you that nice intermediate size, sort of expanding the line of options, if you will. But I really love the colors in this pattern. It's a black background, because I think it's black. Yeah, I mean, it could be a really dark navy, honestly, because the zipper pull looks kind of navy, but it's very dark. And honestly, now that I look at it, I do think it's navy, not black. But in any case, then you have your blues and teals and the whites. I just think it looks really kind of fun, and the sort of in between I don't know if you'd call that impressionist artist, but it looks like water, kind of, sort of, not really. But I like the colors. I like the theme. You've got turtles, you've got shells, different kinds. You've got sailboats, you've got buoys, you've got nautical ropes, you've got the wheel. There is also anchors, but not in this particular item. Yeah, so just more ropes on the bottom, but great size. And again, the inside is plastic lined. This one has a dark navy background and clear plastic. So that bottom does fold up, so they lay flat. So for storage purposes, that's really nice. I like that because I don't have a lot of space anymore. Then I got the lanyard. Now I know I don't need any more lanyards and zip IDs. And I figured I don't have a navy one. I do have a black one. So when I picked a zip ID, I wanted to have a lanyard that I could use with it. So I do have some in the teals, like Bahama Bay, and there's another one that both could go with that. I think it's like peacock or something. But I thought I still wanted one to match. And the wide lanyard is quite a bit more pattern on it. So I thought that would just kind of showcase it a little bit better. So the wide lanyard, you can see a lot more of the pattern on the lanyard, and then you can clip that on or whatever. So, plus I have a lot of narrow ones, and this gave me a wide option. Now I generally, I like the wide ones, but they're just a little more bulky. So I do generally prefer the other, especially if I want to like loop it on my belt loop to secure my zip ID when I'm out bopping around. These are a little bit harder to do that. So they're more of like no kidding lanyard or carry it lanyard like that. But again, you can see pattern placement on this. You can sort through the stack and find one that suits you. I wanted one that was more ship oriented, so a little bit less choppy things, but very recognizable. So mine ends up with a lot of the wheel, some nautical ropes, and some shells. And that's totally fine. The zip ID, I found one that had, well, it has the top of a lighthouse, some rope, and then the big turtle. And that's a most complete icon of any of the icons that I could find, honestly. And of course, I love the turtles, and I have a lot of other turtle pieces. So for me, that was the perfect fit. There is also a lobster in this pattern, which we haven't seen yet, but we will on another piece. So that's just the other side, that dark navy background interior. Now you can see the VB diamonds behind the plastic there. So that is the zip ID and wide lanyard. And then I got this other little nifty piece. This is the RFID mini cell phone crossbody. This is the cotton, quilted cotton one. And because I got these specifically for cruising, now I will use them for other things, of course, but I specifically got it for cruising. I thought this item is a perfect item for onboard the ship because for the most part, I want to be hands-free, but I want to have my phone with me, and you got to have your CPass card to pay for everything and to get around and to unlock your door, etc. So this is like a perfect item. I could carry it just as like a little thing. I can remove the strap. I can make it over a shoulder. I can carry it crossbody. You know, just so many options. And I really like. I don't have any of this particular style, but I like it. So pattern placement wise, I found one that had a little bit of all the different icons on there. So you got the wheel, the shell. There's most of a lobster, and then the anchor, which obviously what I was looking for. The other side is kind of indistinguishable, except where you can see the turtle there, but the colors are all nicely represented. So back here you have this, it's actually a double slip. So there's a divider there, so you can get to the clear side where my finger's inside, and then behind that, you can also put things in that pocket. So let's see where my phone fits. I have a 6S Plus, an iPhone, and it's tight to fit in that pocket, but it does fit in there as a slip pocket. That may sometimes be where I want to put it, but not if I need to get in and out of that clear ID, because even though this will loosen up a little bit over time and use, being able to get in and out of that pocket, I might not want that bulky phone behind it or have to take the phone out to get to the ID. I don't like that. So this part has this little diagonal zipper. It is RFID. There's the card. It tells you about it. There's a scent strip. And I honestly wish it would zip farther down. because you don't have to zip it down when you don't want to, but that would allow you to get into it a little bit better. And the reason you need to is because on the back wall here, it has 3 card slots right here. So you could, of course, put your card there instead of on the outside. That's totally fine. You can put a credit card there. Like if I'm going out on excursions, I take my ID card, I take a credit card, and then I take my CPass card. So you got those. If you need to take your passport, that might also fit in here. I haven't tried it, but there you go. I think it would. And then if I want to put my phone completely inside, my phone fits just perfectly inside that zipper pocket, which is what my intent was. So I can put a few dollars, I can put some things in there, and everything's easily accessible. So I really like that. I think this is just perfect for cruising. I'm really excited to give it a whirl. Take it out for a test spin in a few months. All right, and the next thing I got is a phone case. And I swore I wasn't gonna get any more phone cases because I need a new phone. And the 6S Plus, you know, it's kind of a unique size. So I don't know how much use I will get out of it, but I'll get at least one trip. And when I do get a new phone, I'm not getting rid of the old phone. I'll still keep it because there's music on it. There's things that I can use it for, even if it's not being used as a phone. So I will still keep it. And I decided this wouldn't go to waste. But it's perfect for my upcoming cruise hopefully in April as scheduled. But it is the same Sure Enough pattern. So you can see there's another bit of the pattern we haven't talked about yet. There's some flip-flops in there. But I like the colors, the blues and teals. Yeah. That's right up my alley. So we got that. And then I got a Ditty bag because Ditty bags are so useful for so many things. I kind of begin to go through the giant list of options. I mean, you can use it as a shoe bag for packing. You can use it for wet items, you know, your dirty clothes, your swimsuits, your whatever, your cosmetics, your toiletries, so many things. You're clean, you have 2 Ditty bags, one for clean socks and underwear, one for dirty stuff, whatever. But they're a great way to even just throw some organizational things in there. You cinch that down and it can shape to whatever shape and fit in almost any bag or suitcase or whatever. And I love them. I have a lot of them. I don't have them in every pattern. I think that's excessive, but I do have a lot of them. And this is really cool because it has that like flat top. It is plastic lined, of course, but it has that bucket bottom. So they have quite a large capacity actually. And there you can kind of see more of the pattern. I like to fold them. I just pinch that bottom in so it lays flat, and then I fold it in half like that. So it lays very flat, and you can just stack them all up, and you can pick which one you want out of the pile. But you can really see all the bits of the pattern on this piece because you've got the lobster, you've got the flip-flop, you got the sand shovel there, you got shells, you got an umbrella, the lighthouse, the turtle, the nautical rope. I mean, you got some hearts, sunglasses, you've got some coral bits. I mean, yeah, you can really see a lot of it. And more on the back as well. The only thing that I don't have a really good one except for on this piece is a perfect anchor there. But anyway, I like it a lot. I do like the factory style ones nowadays a little bit better than the retail ones because the factory ones have that lining sewn in around the bottom edge of the bucket. The retail ones, you can flip it inside out. And although I can find that advantageous in certain scenarios, I generally like it to be secure. It's just less sloppy, less whatever. So that's just me, but I like it. So there you go. And then the last item I got on this trip, this is the soft fringe scarf, and it is the same pattern. I'm looking for the edge here. Sure enough. But what I like about these scarves is they're pretty sheer. I can actually see you through this. But they're also kind of, you know, they're decorative, but they're also functional. For example, if I was wearing just a solid colored shirt, for example, and I want to wear it just as a decorative piece, you could put it on many different ways. Just put a little loose knot and have that there, kind of like a necklace sort of thing. You can tie up your hair with it. You can, you know, put it around and let it loose hang like that. You know, and that's nice. If it's sunny out, you can, use it as a little bit of sun protection, you know, just wear it like a shawl. So, oops. So you kind of just cover your shoulders just to keep the sun off. Or it's not very thick at all, but it is warmer than bare skin if you were in a bit of a breezy situation. What else? So many things. You could use it as like a sarong to tie around your waist for the bathing suit. You know, just so many things. But I love the colors of this. It's perfect for travels. Yeah, it's very lightweight though and very compact. So you can put that down. You could put that probably even in a small set piece. I mean, it goes down that small. So of course I don't want to generally keep it stored that way. But there you go. Oh, I got a hairdo. All right, so that's it for this Vera Bradley one. Coming up next, I have a lug haul to share as well. And then we'll go over a scarf collection since we're talking about the soft fringe scarf. Talk to you again soon. Bye for now.